Well, good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to the day's very different video on YouTube. This is actually going to be an announcement video on YouTube. Now, as I was going to be suggesting to smash up my knockoff toys, I'm actually going to go right ahead, even though we've got Storm Benjamin on the cards, and that and the other video I'll be uploading from tomorrow will be the last, because from the time being, after these two uploads that I'll be doing in the morning, what's going to happen next is that after making these two videos, I'm going to be focusing on delayed videos because I haven't had the chance to make more delayed videos on YouTube, and I think I've been waking up to myself. I've been making way too many videos on YouTube, and I think that really deserves a very good pause button. And my sore throat has been straightforward coming back. At least my voice is a bit croaky because I've been screaming and shouting over a certain person that I can't discuss because, well, if you know my videos, that sort of explains why. But yes, my knockoff toy experimentation video is set to go ahead. But before I should end this video, we've actually got Storm Benjamin on the cards, and it's going to bring some volatile results to our weather because obviously the weather that we're going to have at the moment is going to be very crass, and it's actually very wet, but it's also going to be very windy as well, like 42 miles per hour wind speeds. So it's going to be very destructive. So there's going to be a lot of windy and very wet weather, of course. There'll be a big chance of flooding as well too, sorta, but a yellow warning of rain. So I might show you what it's like because we've got Storm Benjamin that's actually going to be around on the cards. And yes, I might show you what it's like. Okay, this is of course Storm Benjamin. Yes, I might show you the weather forecast. So there's going to be 20 to 50 millimeters of rainfall on this area here, including Birmingham. And then we've also got a 50 to 70 mile warning of wind speeds like this on Thursday across eastern parts of England and from Wales, and also western parts of Britain, roughly on Wales, and also southwest England, 40 to 55 miles per hour wind speed. So that's actually very death-defying, from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this one here, 3 a.m. to just before midnight on Friday. So the rain is going to be very persistent from midnight till 9 p.m. On Thursday, but this is what I'm going to be looking at. So Storm Benjamin is going to be on the cards. I'm going to play all these weather forecasts before I should straightforward end this video because this is very important to know that we're dealing with a major weather event.
Storm Benjamin is approaching from the southwest. This storm system has been named by the French Weather Service. The impacts it is going to have in France, but for us, England and Wales, seeing heavy rain and gales in places, there are Met Office yellow warnings in force. The Channel Islands also likely to be affected by some very wet and blustery weather as this area of low pressure runs its way. But all the while, Northern Ireland and Scotland should be just a little bit quieter. So, tonight, this wet weather continues to drive its way northwards across many parts of England and Wales. There could be enough rain for some flooding and disruption. Some really intense downpours actually pushing back into the southwest and gales developing through the English Channel. But quieter for Northern Ireland, for Scotland. In fact, parts of Scotland could see some fog patches. The wind's been light enough for that, say through parts of the central belt, but certainly not light winds down towards the south. Gales through tomorrow across the English Channel, and then later in the day, gusts of 70 miles per hour possible for eastern coasts of England, where it will continue to rain for a good part of the afternoon. Northern Ireland, Scotland, yes, some showers. It will be fairly blustery out towards the west, but quieter weather here. Temperatures of 9 to 12 degrees. Storm Benjamin remains in the North Sea as we head into Friday, so there will still be showers or longer spells of rain, and with northerly winds it will turn a little bit colder, feeling very chilly into the weekend.
Very much so, isn't it? Is it the same? No. Got a female weather presenter.
England and Wales, bringing a spell of very heavy rain and gale force gusts of. Now, we're likely to see the most significant impacts through the early hours of Thursday. But during the early morning rush hour, that area of low pressure will be sweeping its way across the East Midlands over into eastern England, still bringing 60, possibly 70 mile an gusts of winds towards East Anglia, and here we could see as much as 60 to 90 millimetres of rain from the storm. Blustery winds, a rash of showers through eastern Scotland, Northern Ireland and parts of Wales, southern England, with top temperatures of 9 to 12 degrees. Now, as we move out of Thursday, the storm will continue to push its way over into Scandinavia, and by the time we get into Friday, the winds will start to swing round to more of a northerly direction. So that area of wet weather will gradually pull away from eastern Scotland. We'll see a rash of squally showers out to the west and a northerly wind making it feel noticeably colder. Quite a disappointing day in Scotland, with showers or longer spells of rain for a time 10 to 13 degrees the high. That northerly wind pushes it steadily south as we move into the weekend. So by the time we change the clocks to the end of the time, it's going to feel really quite cold.
Yes, it is. And we're going to straightforward look at the weather for the week ahead, but I also want to straightforward show you on how this is going to really affect the UK, of course. So here is the map of the UK. So we've got this big barrage of wet weather, of course. Then we've also got another, it's actually leaving an entree of, it's actually quite a slow moving weather front, as you can see. So it's actually hitting this part of the UK. And it will just straightforward barge in towards the eastern parts of England to leave in quite a few showers. So the rain is still there. So very much dominated by low pressure, isn't it? We haven't had rain for a long period of time. Let's look at a little weather for the week ahead.
Hello, the forecast for the week ahead is looking very mixed, very changeable to say the least. And in the short term for some of us, it looks very wet and very windy, thanks to Storm Benjamin. Now, this storm has not been named by the UK Met Office. It has been named by the French Weather Service for impacts it's going to have in France. But England, Wales and the Channel Islands have the risk of some heavy rain and gales. An area of low pressure pushes its way eastwards. The strongest winds will be on the southern flank of the low, and some very heavy rain affecting parts of South Wales, central, southern and eastern parts of England, with the risk of some flooding and some disruption. The winds will be a real feature across western coast of Wales and southwest England, gusts of 40-50 miles per hour or more, and it will turn increasingly windy around eastern coast with gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour, also 70 mile per hour gusts for the Channel Islands. But relatively speaking, for Northern Ireland and Scotland, it will be a quieter day. Still quite blustery for some of these western coasts, but not as windy as further south, and there will be some spells of sunshine. Around 9 to 12 degrees, so lower than they have been over recent days. Now, Storm Benjamin, this area of low pressure, rather than clearing neatly away, it takes up residence in the North Sea. This band of rain here looking like it's going to bend its way back in across the eastern side of Scotland by Friday morning. Another little area of low pressure diving out of Northern Ireland into Wales, the southwest of England, giving some heavy, perhaps showers, and yes, some rain setting in across Scotland, getting down into northern England. Northerly winds developing as well, so it's going to feel pretty chilly out there, and we will take that chilly feel with us into the weekends. There's our area of low pressure. Storm Benjamin still quite close by. Northerly winds bringing this cold air southwards. Cold enough for some winteriness in the showers over high ground in Scotland, perhaps the hills of northern England, Northern Ireland and North Wales. Bit of sleet, maybe some snow over the highest hills. Most of the showers, though, will be falling as rain, and there will be some sunshine in between, but temperatures 8 to 12 degrees on the thermometer. Factor in the strength of the winds. With the wind chill, it will feel 3 degrees there in Aberdeen.
That's very diabolical. Even the wind is also extremely diabolical as well too on the Channel Islands. 70 miles per hour.
Briefly, something a little bit drier out towards us, but
sorry, I've just coughed.
The weather system pushes in with some clouds, some outbreaks of rain. That may bring a bit of snow over the highest mountains of Scotland, maybe above 400 or 500 metres. We could see some winteriness mixing in. Another chilly feeling day, but as that weather front pushes its way southwards and eastwards, it will leave some slightly less cold air behind for Monday. Still the potential for some showers, but some sunny spells as well. Still quite breezy, but probably not as windy at this stage. And temperatures just a little bit higher, 10 to 14 degrees. But you can already see another system waiting in the wings behind me. And while high pressure may give a brief spell of dry weather, particularly down towards the south, signs are that as we head deeper through next week, low pressure will again take up residence with the potential for some quite deep lows to push to the west of the UK. And obviously at this range, it is impossible to be certain of just how wet or how windy it might become. but the forecast does look quite unsettled throughout next week. But after that chilly spell over the weekend and for the start of the week, temperatures will climb. Check your local prospects on the BBC Weather app.
Now, one more thing I need to straight look at. Let's take a look at the rainfall radar, because let's just say the rainfall in the UK, according to the Met Office, may actually end up looking very different. So here is the rain that's actually on track. Here is the rain that's just fallen now. And as you can see, the rain is actually straightforward, barraging across parts of England. It's actually deluging across through parts of England and Wales. In fact, it's everywhere, isn't it? But the greatest density is located across England and Wales because we've got Storm Benjamin that's actually on the cards. Now, one of these is Storm Benjamin. Is it this low pressure here, or is it this one right here? I've got no idea. So I'm pretty sure that might be Storm Benjamin. So the one that's making the impact across England and Wales is Storm Benjamin. So it's this big, deep autumnal storm that's causing a lot of havoc in terms of speed and also in terms of wet weather. So that might be. And yes, I know it's going to be a bit precarious for me to film because my tablet is very sensitive to wet weather and stuff like that. And I will straightforward go ahead and smash up the knockoff toys, have a bit of an analysis on what they look like, and then I'll be straightforward smashing these guys up. Like so, because they're just so cheap and nasty in my hands. And hopefully, after that, I'll be focusing to do some delayed videos. Aren't they right, guys? Yes, I will be, because, yeah, that's going to be about it. So I'm just going to take a break uploading new videos and only focus on uploading old videos I haven't been making ever since like the last couple of weeks or so, or even like last month. If you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like. Stay tuned for, let's just say this video and also the Dark Side knockoff toy review. That's what's going to come up later on today. So if you really enjoyed it, subscribe for more flat videos in the future. And as always, thanks so much for watching. I'm really sorry I've delayed the sign off a little bit more so longer because I wanted to show you of how severe the storm is, just in case, and make sure that my smashing up demonstration is going to be put and to straightforward be, well, let's just say, just to go right ahead as just some sort of event, unexpected I suppose. So anyways, thanks so much for watching and bye for now.